What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on my Telegram channel. That's t.me/KingofFomo1. That's where my announcements are, as well as my King of Fomo group chat, where you can find a lot of new gems. A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about on my channel comes from these guys shouting out stuff, and I do my own research and find what I think is the best. So today we're going to tell a little bit of a story. Even the King of Fomo makes bad decisions sometimes, and this one is kind of, you'll probably laugh at me for doing this. So I've been messing around with these YFV.finance tokens a lot the past week or so, and they've been all like really profitable. I could almost say they're like guaranteed 10x's. A lot of these things have been doing super duper good as long as they have at least somewhat competent teams. And I know that the Uniswap DeFi space has been riddled with scams. Whenever you have a very profitable place, there's always going to be a 1-to-1 ratio with scams. That's the case no matter where you go, in anywhere in the world that you make profits with. So the scams are catching up to the profitability, so you'd have to be extra careful. But with a lot of these yield finance tokens, a lot of them have been pretty successful because developers are coming up with kind of new ways to tweak the way to do some of this yield farming. So YFV is another coin that we're going to talk about a little bit later that I think that could potentially be the next easy peasy lemon squeezy 10x here and shortly. It's very low market cap, very low liquidity, very high risk. But at the same time, let's talk about the mistake that I made. So a few days ago, I purchased this token called the YF Link. I actually purchased it maybe like 5 or 6 days ago. It was very cheap. So if we look at CoinGecko right here, we look at the past 14 days. I probably bought somewhere around here, August 14th, August 15th, where it was about $40 or maybe even $20. Currently, we're seeing it sit at a price of $230. I think it had an all-time high. Let's see, the all-time high today was about $300. So this was an easy 10x that I missed out on by like a day. I just sold my YF Link like 2 days ago. I was like, man, this thing isn't going anywhere. Maybe these all these yield finance tokens are not all they're cracked up to be. So I'm pretty sure I sold at a kind of a loss with YF Link. And then we have today, this thing is up 500%. I could have made an easy like 20 ETH from the 2 ETH that I purchased, that I put into here. And I'm kind of kicking myself in the pants for selling a little bit early with the YF Link. So it leads me to look into a lot of these other yield finance tokens, and I have to actually look into YF Link a little bit more because this might not be the end of its run. It might continue to run upwards from here on out, but it leads me to like look at other tokens. I know I purchased some YFI. That's what I think. I dumped my my YF Link for this, and I bought this at like $900. It's down to $700 right now, but when I look at these other tokens like YFV, for example, I do think that this is another coin that could potentially go 10x. Its liquidity is very low right now. I'm not even sure if it's on Uniswap. We can check right now, YFV. So yeah, YF value. And it works a little bit different. It's getting really technical in terms of how it works. So I'm not going to get into it too deeply in the Medium article. You guys can read about it. Some of the things that they added, you can just look at the headlines here. Fair farming. They have referrals and burns on chain governance, which is not particularly new, but you guys can read the headlines of what they're doing. But again, what you have to really look at with a lot of these coins is to make sure that there's no chance of like scammery or shadiness going on. Now, when I read about YFI or YFV the first time, I read a little bit of FUD was what I saw when I jumped into the Telegram. So I didn't purchase too much, but again, I looked at YF Link, and the same case happened with YF Link. It was a little bit of FUD, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me sell this. There's not too much going on, and then boom. You had like a 10x, 5x that happened overnight. So I'm not going to make the same mistake with YFV. Of course, everything is subject to change. We'll see what happens. But to get involved in here, let's see. I have about 29 tokens that I purchased. They do have Ethereum and USDT pools, but keep in mind they're only about $8,000, $7,000 in each pool. So you just can't purchase 10 Ethereum worth of this stuff, or you will get destroyed with slippage, and that's not a risk that I'm willing to take. Slippage can kill you with fees and things like that. But you purchase a little bit of this stuff, or you can just farm a little bit of this stuff. The website is YFI.Finance. Let me go back here and show you guys what's going on here. And you have a lot of different staking pools that you can use to get the YFV token. And I think the way this works is kind of like all the other tokens. They have epochs, so the rewards for the staking is going to go down over time. This is actually a little bit more complicated than the stuff that I've been talking about, so you're going to have to watch some other videos on just YFI in general, because a lot of those videos are pretty much much the same as this, where you have to go to the balancer pool and get some balancer tokens and then put them into here to stake to earn the YFV tokens. So you can do that, but what I'm really doing is I'm messing around with the like most profitable options, which are down here. This is the staking pool for YFV. Pretty simple. You just buy some YFV tokens or acquire some YFV tokens in some sort of way, and you can stake it. So by clicking right here, you can see that I have 29.38 YFV tokens. Now I put in 4.32. I think I did this like yesterday, so I already have 0.18 that I'm earning up right now. I can claim those rewards, but I'm actually going to stake the rest of my YFV tokens. Quick little disclaimer, you guys can see it right here. You can only unstake these tokens after at least 72 hours. All right, 72 hours. So that's about 3 days. So keep that in mind. If you're locking them in here and the price shoots up and you just locked it in within the past 24 hours, there's really nothing that you can do about it in terms of selling. There's positives and negatives to that. It can really help sustain the price and keep the price up, but obviously the negative is if you want to get out, you gotta wait until the end of the staking period. So you know what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna buy up as much as I'm comfortable, or get up as much as I'm comfortable having here in this YFV token, and I am going to stake them for in the beginning phases so that I can be free to unstake and sell at a later point in time. So let me go ahead and stake that right there. Do keep in mind, transaction fees can kill you, so you can't just do tiny amounts. This tiny amount was kind of a test to see what it was like. You probably shouldn't stake such a small amount like that if you're looking for some bigger gains. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'll probably get a little bit more. It was probably a bad idea to stake that right now because I'm going to hit some more fees from doing that, but now all of this is going to be locked for at least 72 hours, and who knows, maybe we'll see another 10x or 5x from this pretty shortly. But the good thing is, while this coin is potentially rising, I can lock in some rewards. So if we do see, and this is kind of where it gets really interesting, so I'm going to be staking 28 or about maybe 35 YFV tokens, and if I get my rewards over time, you know, I get 5 of these things in the next like 3 days, then, and we see something like a run up like what happened with YF where this thing hits like $200-$300, then just by 3 days of me getting 4 YFV tokens, that's going to be, you know, upwards of like $1,000 to close to $2,000 for just staking it for a few days. It is brand new, it is fresh, it is untested. So if you're jumping into these waters, you're going to be one of the first people to do that, and these waters could be poisoned. We'll see. Let's just see if there's any other things to mention here. There's one more thing. Oh, let's go back to the website and go back actually. So the other pool that they're going to be launching soon, again, usually these ones that launch later are way more profitable and also way riskier. So this is the Y-Curve YFV pool, and again, definitely things I am looking forward to checking out, especially like with zzz.finance. I am going to do the risky thing. I am going to get some of those zzz NAP Uniswap tokens and see what goes on with that. But nonetheless, here with YFV, once this Y-Curve pool launches in 2 days, that's when we can really start to see some gains. And like, it's so interesting looking at all of these yield finance tokens launching, and even if they're like not very reputable or good or anything, we still see millions of dollars. You know, I'm thinking about spaghetti or pasta, and how that token was not really anything at all. It was just a clone. It was not really, kind of a crap clone, to be honest, and that thing had 21 close to, I think it was maybe 200 million or 21 million dollars that was put into it in such a short period of time. People just going crazy over these things, and that's why you're seeing some of these prices shoot up 500%, because if you have $200 million worth of coins coming in and just mining or farming the contract, and then it catches on, and those $200 million of people are like, you know what, this is worth something, then that's when that price shoots up parabolically, like Link did, like zzz.finance is doing as well. So just let's take a look at zzz.finance as well, sitting at close to about $709. This is being very volatile right now, so it's probably going to be up or down a lot since I'm reloading it from a couple of minutes ago. We'll see what this price is at, but again, the interesting thing is within an hour, so yeah, $775, within an hour, about an hour from now, they're going to be launching their Napper pool, and I think that's really what's driving the price to $800 right now. And after that thing is launched and people start to see what kind of profits they're getting out of it, of course, a lot of people probably are speculating about flaws in the code and things like that. But once they see everything is working smoothly and nicely, and the word gets out, that's when we can see some parabolic rises in zzz.finance, even though that one is up quite high as well. So check out YFV. Check out the staking. It's really, really easy to use for YFV. I am going to try out the referral link and put that in the description as well if you guys want to check that out. And again, if you guys are looking to try and get some referrals, because this is one of the cool things about YFV, and it's good that they have, like, I am a specialist in referral links and kind of with a lot of the other stuff that I've kind of done in the crypto world, and having referrals really helps with the project spreading the word naturally. And I think that's kind of what YFV's kind of shtick is that they want to really get the word out. They value word of mouth. So by clicking on stake here, and you can click on stake for any of them, you can click on view your affiliate link, and that's where you can get your affiliate link if you want to tell other people about it. And basically, when it doesn't cost any gas for you to get those referrals. I think it's sent to you automatically when they do unstaking of their YFV tokens. This is the easiest way to do it. If you guys are more familiar, like probably even more familiar with me with yield farming, then you can do some of these other things to get some YFV tokens, I think, without purchasing YFV, or maybe some of them you have to purchase YFV, but a few of them you don't have to, like the seed pool, you don't have to. But that is everything for this. Check it out. The current price for YFV, again, this one is probably jumping around like crazy as well because it is super low liquidity, and they can dump to like half price within seconds, or they can go to double price within seconds. But honestly, it doesn't matter that much because you can't really cash out or buy in a substantial amount of money with this stuff with such low market cap. So currently it's sitting about $7.23. And again, let me go back and show you the chart for YF Link so you guys can kind of get an idea of what can happen. A few days ago, YF Link, this was 4 days ago, was sitting at $11.91. Pretty much the same price as YFV. And if we see, I think, what does the V stand for? I can't remember what the V stands for. I think it's like vision or YF value, so value. But with YF Link sitting at $11, going upwards of $335. You know, I'm rolling the dice here, putting in a few bucks. Again, just be careful. I'm not putting in thousands and thousands of dollars with low liquidity. That is everything for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you guys are following my Telegram channel, t.me/KingofFOMO1, as well as my group chat. A lot of stuff in here I still got to check out. I haven't really scrolled through the chat at all, so you guys might find some gems before I find them. I know a lot of people are talking about a couple coins consistently that I got to really look at. But that is everything, guys. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Peace out.